Hello guys, welcome on the channel again with a new video. Last time we talked about 3 letters that had the last emphatic letter of Arabic. In today's lesson, we'll be talking about 3 new letters that are very fun to learn. So without further ado, let's get straight into learning these letters. Alright, so the first letter of today is the 23rd letter of Arabic. And as always, let's start off by seeing how it is pronounced and written in its general form. Alright, so the 23rd letter of Arabic is pronounced as Lam, 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 Lam. Repeat after me. Lam, Lam, Lam. And the sound of the letter Lam is equivalent to the letter L in English. So letter Lam is an alveolar letter. And to pronounce the letter Lam, the frontal arc of the tongue from the premolar to the premolar, the colored area of the tongue where you see right now, should be pressed against the line of the gum of the upper teeth that is opposite to it. And this area of gum is also located slightly behind the alveolar ridge, the area right behind the upper front teeth. And that's how you simply pronounce the letter Lam. And by the way, letter Lam has a very close articulation point to the letter Ra that we talked about in the first lesson, and also the last letter that we are going to talk about today. So if you pronounce those letters, you can notice that they are pretty close to each other. Alright, now that we know how to pronounce the letter Lam, let's move on and see how to write it in its general form. Alright, so the letter Lam is one of the easiest letters to write, and that's because the shape of the letter Lam looks similar to the shape of a hook. And the bottom part of the hook, where it starts to curve, is written below the line of your notebook, and the small end of the hook is written above the line. And that's simply how you write it. Alright, now that we know how to write the letter Lam in its general form, let's move on to see its different form in different positions of a word. Alright, let's start off to see how the letter Lam looks like when it is written in the beginning. In the beginning, Lam is always connected or linked to the letter after it. And the way you write it in its connected form is different but very easy. And to write it, just simply draw a vertical line, then connect it with a horizontal line. And that's simply how we write it. Let's take 2 examples to make that clear. You see the word Laban, Laban, which means milk in Arabic, and the second one called Lisan, Lisan, which means tongue in Arabic. In those 2 words, you can clearly notice that there is a Lam in the beginning and is connected to the letter after it. Now let's move on to see the form of Lam when it is written in the middle. In the middle, Lam is either connected to the letter after it or connected to both letters before and after it. And the way you write it in the middle connected is the same way you write it in its connected form in the beginning. Let's take 2 examples to make that clear. You see the word Almas, Almas, which means diamond in Arabic, and the word Mal'ab, Mal'ab, which means playground in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the Lam in the middle. But Lam in the word Almas is connected to the letter after it, while Lam in word Mal'ab is connected to both letters before and after it. Now last but not least for Lam, let's see how it looks at the end. Lam at the end is either connected to the letter before it or not connected. And in both cases at the end, just write the Lam how we write it in its general form. Let's take 2 examples to make that clear. Let's take the word Atfal, Atfal, which means children or kids in Arabic, and the word Shakl, Shakl, which means shape in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the Lam at the end, but the Lam in the word Atfal is not connected to the letter before it, while the Lam in the word Shakl is connected to the letter before it. Alright, now that we talked about the letter Lam, let's move on and talk about the next letter. So the next letter is the second letter of today and the 24th letter of Arabic. So let's see how it is pronounced and written in its general form. Alright, so the 24th letter of Arabic is pronounced as Meem, 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 Meem. Repeat after me. Meem, meem, meem. So the sound of the letter meem is equivalent to the letter im in English, and it is very easy to pronounce. So meem is a labial letter, which means its sound comes from the participation of one or both lips. So to pronounce the letter meem, simply have your both lips pressed together or closed up while the air comes out from your nose. So meem is accompanied by a nasal sound, and that's simply how you pronounce it. Alright, now that we know how to pronounce the letter meem, let's move on to see how to write it in its general form. Alright, so to memorize how to write the letter meem and make it easier for you, let's break it down into simple sections. First thing is to draw a circle shape, then extend it with that small line, then eventually connect it with that line that goes below the line of your notebook. The whole shape of meem looks kinda similar to the shape of the monocle. Sometimes you can also see the meem written in this way, where the circle bar is open like that. And both ways are right, so choose whatever suits you more. And that's simply how you write it. Alright, now that we know how to write the letter meem in its general form, let's move on to see its different form in different positions of a word. Alright, let's start off to see how the letter meem looks like when it is written in the beginning. In the beginning, meem is always connected or linked to the letter after it, and the way you write it in its connected form is a bit different. And to write it, just simply draw the circle bar that we talked about before, then connect it with that horizontal line. And that's simply how you write it. Let's take two examples to make that clear. You see the word mizan, mizan, which means scale in Arabic, and the second one called markib, markib, which means boat in Arabic. In those two words, you can clearly notice that there is a meem in the beginning and it's connected to the letter after it. Now let's move on to see the form of meem when it is written in the middle. In the middle, meem is either connected to the letter after it or connected to both letters before and after it. And the way you write it in the middle connected is the same way you write it in its connected form in the beginning. Let's take two examples to make that clear. You see the word raml, raml, which means sand in Arabic, and the word shams, shams, which means sun in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the meem in the middle, but meem in the word raml is only connected to the letter after it, while meem in the word shams is connected to both letters before and after it. Now last but not least for meem, let's see how it looks at the end. Meem at the end is either connected to the letter before it or not connected, and in both cases at the end, just write the meem how you write it in its general form. Let's take two examples to make that clear. Let's take the word hizam, hizam, which means belt in Arabic, and the word gism, gism, which means body in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the meem at the end, but the meem in the word hizam is not connected to the letter before it, while the meem in the word gism is connected to the letter before it. Alright guys, now that we talked about the letter meem, let's move on and talk about the next letter. So the next letter is the third and last letter for today. So once again, let's see how it is pronounced and written in its general form. Alright, so the 25th letter of Arabic is pronounced as Noon, 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 Noon. Repeat after me, Noon, Noon, Noon. So the sound of the letter Noon is equivalent to the sound of the letter N in English. So letter Noon is an alveolar letter. And to pronounce the letter Noon, the tip of the tongue should be pressed against the gum of the upper teeth that is opposite to it. And this area of gum is located slightly behind the alveolar ridge and also beneath the articulation point of the letter Lam, the first letter that we talked about today. That's why I said that Ra, Lam, and Noon have a very close articulation points. Now as you pronounce the letter Noon, the air comes out from your nose, so it's accompanied by a nasal sound, and that's how you simply pronounce the letter Noon. Alright, now that we know how to pronounce the letter Noon, let's move on to see how it is written in its general form. Alright, so letter Noon is one of the easiest letters to write as well, and that's because the shape of the letter Noon looks similar to the shape of a semi-curved circle with a dot placed over it, and both ends of this semicircle is drawn above the line of your notebook. Alright, now that we know how to write the letter Noon, let's move on to see its different form in different positions of a word. Alright, let's start off to see how the letter Noon looks like when it is written in the beginning. In the beginning, Noon is always connected or linked to the letter after it, and the way you write it in its connected form is different. And to write it, just simply draw that small vertical line, then connect it with a horizontal line, and that's simply how you write it. Let's take two examples to make that clear. You see the word Nisr, Nisr, which means eagle in Arabic, and the second one called Nar, Nar, which means fire in Arabic. In those two words, you can clearly notice that there is a Noon in the beginning and is connected to the letter after it. Now let's move on to see the form of Noon when it is written in the middle. In the middle, Noon is either connected to the letter after it or connected to both letters before and after. And the way you write it in the middle connected is the same way you write it in its connected form in the beginning. Let's take two examples to make that clear. You see the word Anhar, Anhar, which means rivers in Arabic, and the word Singab, Singab, which means animal squirrel in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the Noon in the middle, but Noon in the word Anhar is only connected to the letter after it, while Noon in the word Singab is connected to both letters before and after it. Now last but not least for Noon, let's see how it looks at the end. Noon at the end is either connected to the letter before it or not connected, and in both cases at the end, just write the Noon how you write it in its general form. Let's take two examples to make that clear. Let's take the word Makan, Makan, which means place in Arabic, and the word Fan, Fan, which means art in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the Noon at the end, but the Noon in the word Makan is not connected to the letter before it, while the Noon in the word Fan is connected to the letter before it. Alright, now last thing to talk about today is two quick notices. And the first one is the usual one that you can find multiple Laam, Meem, and Noon in the same word. Let me provide you with three examples for more clarity. If we look at the word Malal, Malal, which means boardroom in Arabic, the word Mishmish, Mishmish, which means the fruit apricot in Arabic, and the word Fannan, Fannan, which means artist in Arabic. In those three examples, you can clearly spot same multiple letters that we taught today in the same words, where in the first example, the Laam is written in the middle and at the end connected. In the second example, the letter Meem is written in the beginning and in the middle connected. And for the last example, the Noon is written in the middle connected and at the end not connected. And so on with the examples. And that's it for our first notice. As for the second notice, it is related to letter Laam. And we also talked about it before in the first lesson with the letter Alif. And that notice is that when letter Alif comes after letter Laam, they tend to have a special shape. And this shape can be written in two ways. The first one is to simply draw the connected form of the Laam that we mentioned in the lesson, then add the letter Alif to it, but Alif in this case is different, and it is the only case where Alif looks different in its connected form. And this happens only when Alif is connected to letter Laam. And the way you write the letter Alif in this way is simply by drawing it in a slanting line that bisects the connected form of Laam. Sometimes you can find that slanting Alif drawn slightly away from the vertical line of the connected form of the Laam like this. And both ways are completely right. As for the second shape, it looks completely different, as it should look like this. Also, here's a video explaining how to draw it in this shape. Alright, so these are the two ways where you can write the Alif and Laam combined together. And writing them in any of these two ways are right. Let's take three examples where the Alif and Laam are connected. You see the word La'ib, La'ib, which means player in Arabic. The word Malak, Malak, which means angel in Arabic. And the word Kola, Kola, which obviously means cola in Arabic. In those three examples, you can see that both Laam and Alif are combined as we showed earlier. Also, if you noticed here, you would see that Lam and Alif can come combined at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of a word. So the bottom line here is to practice how to write the letter Lam and Alif combined and how to spot them in a word. And that's it for our second notice for today. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you found this lesson easy and helpful. And if you have any question regarding this lesson, then make sure to drop them in the comment section below and I will gladly answer them for you. In the next lesson, we will finally be talking about the last 3 letters of Arabic. So get ready for the final letters. Goodbye for now, and as always, I will see you in the next Arabic Ark.